Hello guys, welcome back. From this session onwards, what we are going to do, we are going to do the labs, and there are so many labs coming after this session. So what we will do, I will give you an overview about what are the topics we are going to cover in the lab section. So let's get started. So basically, first we will discuss about the playbook. So as you know that playbook is made up of various elements. So those elements I wanted to make you comfortable with those elements. So in that aspect, what we will do, we will start with variables, and here we will do the practicals on variables, how to use variables in playbook, and I will also introduce which are the places where you can use the variables, but we will do the hands-on lab on variables within playbook. Once we get comfortable with variables, then we will move further to the tags. So tags is one of the important thing in the playbook. As our size of playbook is getting increased, we required a way by which we want to run only the single portion of our code. So how we can achieve this? So tags provide that capability. Once we are comfortable with tags, we will move further to the register keywords. Basically, register keyword we will use it for debugging. So what I mean to say that if something is running and you wanted to get the information about those running things, then you can use the register variable, and on the fly you will pass the variable. You can get those information within that variable with the use of register keyword. I will demo in the coming session. After that, we will move it and look into that how we can do the condition in Ansible. Generally, in the normal programming language, we mainly use the if statement, but over here we will be using when statement. That also I will demonstrate in the upcoming lab sessions. After that, once we are comfortable with conditional statement, we will move it to the loops. Within the loops, we are going to look into that how we can iterate the item within Ansible, and if we have nested items, how do we can iterate within Ansible. Once we are comfortable with loops, then we will move further with the error handling. So every programming language provides some error handling method mechanism. It is not a programming language, Ansible first of all, but it does provide the error handling mechanism within Ansible. Once we are comfortable with error handling, we will move it to the handler. Within handlers, we will look into that how we can create chaining of events. Suppose if you are doing one task and you want to notify to the other task that okay, I have completed, now you do your work. For example, if you are updating some service file and after service file updation we must have to restart our server. To achieve such functionality in Ansible, we use handlers. Once we learn about chaining of tasks, the help of handlers, then we will move it to the templates. So templates is pretty much required. Suppose if you are having a big line of code, we need to be inserted when working on some automation, and that need to be go within some of the important file or service files. For example, if you are configuring HA proxy load balancer, and within the load balancer, while configuring load balancer, we need to update some of the configuration within HA proxy configuration file. So, and that has so many number of lines of codes. So we need a way to keep those file in templates. So templates is a very good way to arranging your big codes in a place, and it is supported by Jinja template engine. Once we understand template, then we move further and look into roles. Roles is one of the primary element of playbook, provide us a capability to arrange our code in a more logical manner. With the help of roles, we can break the playbook into multiple logical units so that we can easily reuse those code whenever required in other playbooks. One thing you should remember, roles are not playbooks. Roles are a small functionality which can be independently used, but it must have to be used within playbooks. You can't directly execute the roles, and there is no explicit setting for roles. So here the questions come. So why do we break playbooks? We break playbooks because the breaking of playbook allows you logically break the playbook into reusable components. That means we can easily reuse the component whenever we require in other playbook. We will look into in more detail when we do the labs. So all these things are coming in the upcoming labs. So let's get started guys. This is what I wanted to share in this lab so that you can get a glimpse about what we are going to learn in the entire lab session. So let's get started and let's get our hands dirty. See you in the next session. Thank you.